Imagine this for a moment. Two people together, bodies close, hearts racing, yet one of them feels unseen, unheard, untouched at the deepest level. Too often, women experience intimacy not as an explosion of connection, but as silence in disguise. A silence where their true desires go unspoken, their pleasure misunderstood. Men believe they know, but most don't. And here's the truth: when it comes to female orgasms, most men are wandering blind in a world of hidden maps. Women crave more than just physical release. They long for recognition, emotional depth, and a man who understands the art of presence. Stoicism teaches us to master ourselves first, to observe without ego, and to seek wisdom over impulse. Today, we're going to explore 4 powerful types of female orgasms and what women secretly wish men knew about them. Stay with me, because this knowledge changes everything. Section 1. The emotional connection orgasm, the soul before the body. Most men think orgasms begin between a woman's legs. In reality, they begin in her mind, and even deeper, in her soul. The emotional connection orgasm is not about technique, rhythm, or even touch. It's about trust, safety, and emotional presence. A woman cannot surrender to pleasure if she feels unseen, unheard, or disrespected. This is why so many relationships fail in the bedroom. Men rush the body while women are still searching for a deeper bond. Think about it. How often do we hear men complain that women are complicated? Yet what they call complicated is simply a higher demand for connection. When a woman feels understood, when her vulnerabilities are cherished instead of dismissed, her body responds like a flame meeting oxygen. Her orgasm in this state isn't mechanical, it's explosive, layered, and profound. From a Stoic lens, this makes perfect sense. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive." To truly see someone as a miracle is to awaken their soul. Women long for men who don't just chase their bodies, but honor their being. The emotional connection orgasm teaches men that foreplay doesn't begin with touch. It begins with conversation, with eye contact, with honesty, whispering words that show presence, listening without judgment, creating a safe space where she doesn't feel rushed. This is what unlocks her deepest self. In practice, it means slowing down, looking at her as if time itself pauses, telling her she's beautiful not because of makeup or curves, but because of the way she exists. For many women, this is the orgasm they remember most, not because of intensity, but because it validates their worth. If men learned this truth, intimacy would transform. Women wouldn't fake pleasure to protect fragile egos. They'd feel safe enough to reveal their authentic selves. The emotional orgasm is a reminder that sex isn't about conquest, it's about communion. And without this foundation, all other orgasms are just shadows of what they could be. Section 2. The clitoral orgasm, the fire most men misunderstand. For many women, the clitoris is the key to unlocking pleasure. And yet, astonishingly, countless men still misunderstand it, overlook it, or treat it like a button to press rather than a delicate instrument to master. The clitoral orgasm is the most common, and yet the most mistreated. Here's the truth: the clitoris isn't just a small external nub. It's an entire network of nerve endings, more than 8,000 in total, double what men have in the head of the penis. It's not something to rush, poke, or attack. It's something to explore, respect, and ignite. When women say men don't understand their bodies, this is often where they feel it most. Psychologically, the clitoral orgasm is about anticipation and patience. Too much pressure too soon kills the moment. But with gradual rhythm, teasing, and consistency, it builds into an overwhelming release. The lesson here is discipline, knowing when to slow down, when to maintain, and when to let the fire consume. Stoicism teaches restraint. the ability to master desire instead of being mastered by it. When a man applies this philosophy to intimacy, he doesn't rush for his own gratification. He studies, he waits, he listens to her responses. Her breath, her moans, her subtle movements, they are the map. Most women wish men knew that the clitoris isn't about performance, it's about patience. What matters isn't how wild you think you're being, but how in sync you are with her responses. Too fast and it's overwhelming. Too rough and it's painful. The true art is finding her rhythm and surrendering your ego to it. When done right, the clitoral orgasm can be powerful enough to make her legs shake, her body curl, and her heart race. But it's not just about the physical release. It's about feeling cherished. Women crave the assurance that their pleasure matters just as much, if not more, than yours. And when a man honors this, she feels valued in the deepest sense. In truth, the clitoral orgasm is the test of a man's patience, empathy, and control. It separates the selfish lover from the masterful one. Section 3. The G-spot orgasm, the hidden treasure within. If the clitoris is the fire, the G-spot is the ocean. Hidden, mysterious, and capable of waves that drown a woman in ecstasy. Many men dismiss it because they don't understand it. Yet when mastered, the G-spot orgasm can leave her trembling, gasping, and deeply bonded to you. The G-spot isn't about force, it's about precision and presence. Located just a couple of inches inside, along the front wall of the vagina, it requires careful exploration. It responds not to frantic thrusting, but to steady pressure, curved motion, and patience. Think of it not as a place, but as a rhythm, a dance that demands attention. What makes the G-spot orgasm so unique is that it often feels deeper, more consuming, almost like it comes from within her entire being. Women describe it as a wave that takes over, sometimes leaving them emotional, vulnerable, even teary-eyed afterward. That's because the G-spot is linked not only to physical pleasure, but also to emotional release. Psychologically, this orgasm is about surrender. Women cannot fake it, they must let go. And that only happens when they feel absolute trust. If a man rushes, forces, or acts with ego, she'll retreat. But if he approaches with patience, curiosity, and genuine desire to make her feel safe, her body responds in ways that astonish even her. From a Stoic perspective, the G-spot orgasm teaches humility. It reminds men that mastery is not about dominance, but service. True strength is not in demanding, but in discovering. You must quiet your own impulses long enough to listen to her body's silent language. Practically speaking, it means experimenting slowly, checking her comfort, paying attention to her signals. It means not expecting fireworks instantly, but allowing them to build naturally. And when it comes, the release can feel earth-shattering. An explosion that bonds her to you in ways words cannot express. The G-spot orgasm isn't just about pleasure, it's about depth. It teaches men that sex isn't a race, but a journey. And if you can guide her to this hidden treasure, she'll not only experience ecstasy, but also see you as a man unlike any other. A man who listens, who understands, who cares. Section 4. The full-body orgasm, the ultimate surrender. The full-body orgasm is the rarest, most powerful of them all. It's not confined to one spot or sensation. It's an entire wave that floods through her body from head to toe, leaving her shaking, breathless, and completely undone. Many women never experience it, not because they can't, but because they've never felt safe or seen enough to surrender so completely. This orgasm requires more than technique. It requires presence, patience, and deep emotional alignment. It's as if the mind, heart, and body merge into one overwhelming explosion of sensation. Women describe it as losing themselves, as if time stops and nothing else exists. Psychologically, the full-body orgasm represents total trust. She lets go of all defenses, all fears, all self-consciousness. And that only happens with a man who creates the space for her to feel worshipped rather than judged, adored rather than rushed. From a Stoic perspective, this orgasm symbolizes unity. It mirrors the teaching that true pleasure is not found in excess, but in harmony, when the mind and body align in perfect presence. A man who approaches intimacy with this mindset is not chasing conquest. He is creating communion. Practically, it involves mixing multiple forms of stimulation: clitoral, G-spot, emotional, even verbal. It's about building layers, weaving pleasure into her entire being until she's no longer separating one part from another. Breathwork, eye contact, slow rhythm, and deep kissing can all help draw her into this state. But here's the truth most men overlook. The full-body orgasm isn't about control, it's about surrender, not just hers, but yours too. You must surrender your ego, your need to perform, your rush to finish. You must be willing to get lost with her, to dissolve into the moment. When achieved, the full-body orgasm is unforgettable. It doesn't just bond her to you, it awakens her, makes her feel alive in a way few men ever manage to inspire. And when you give her this experience, she won't just remember you, she will crave you. This is the orgasm that turns intimacy into transcendence. It's not just sex, it's sacred. Conclusion. So what do women truly wish men knew? That orgasms aren't just physical releases, they are expressions of trust, love, and presence. The emotional, clitoral, G-spot, multiple, and full-body orgasms each reveal a truth. Intimacy is less about skill and more about self-mastery. Stoicism teaches us to listen, to observe, to discipline our impulses. If this message resonated, subscribe, share this video.